The federal opposition says police will search email servers of Labor staffers at Parliament House in Canberra this morning. It is the latest stage of the Australian Federal Police investigation of the leak of classified documents from NBN to the Labor Party. During the early weeks of the election campaign, the AFP searched Labor frontbencher Stephen Conroy's Melbourne offices and the homes of two Labor staffers. Let's get more on this. Our political reporter Matthew Doran joins us from Parliament House. So Matthew, what's going to happen this morning?
Well, we understand that the AFP will arrive at Parliament House sometime this morning and gain access to the email servers of some Labor staffers through the Department of Parliamentary Services, the organisation that effectively runs Parliament House and all of the IT equipment that is related to all of the offices, both ministerial and for backbenchers and the opposition within Parliament House. Now, this is of course part of an ongoing investigation by the Australian Federal Police into the leaking of classified NBN code documents to the Labor Party and to some media organisations. We understand from when this issue first came to light that the NBN referred this matter to the Australian Federal Police back in December 2015. The first that we really heard about it, though, was during the election campaign back in May when AFP officers conducted raids on the parliamentary office of Senator Stephen Conroy, the Labor frontbencher, and also on the home of a staff member in the Melbourne suburbs there, trying to find these documents. So this is a follow-on from that. For the whole time, Labor has said that this is something of a witch hunt, that they should be allowed to do their job in holding the government to account for what they describe as blowouts in the cost and the schedule of the national broadband network rollout. And this next stage today, with Labor getting the tip-off that the AFP will arrive at Parliament House and request access to those documents, to those email servers. The next stage of that, exactly when that will happen, we're at this stage unsure.
Yeah, and Matthew, given that those raids happened during the election campaign, as they did, Labor claiming there that it was politically motivated.
That's right, and an attempt to throw off part of their campaign during that election period. Of course, they fought quite a battle on a number of fronts, but very much so on the national broadband network and what they describe as some serious flaws there with the process, with the rollout of this quite significant and quite substantial infrastructure project. It must be pointed out that a lot of the emphasis today will be on the fact that AFP officers are entering Parliament House. It is quite not an unprecedented move, but it is quite a serious step in any investigation because of the number of protections that are placed on this building, on Parliament House, and the privacy and the sanctity that is placed on Parliament House, and the documents and that described within it. To actually gain access to Parliament House, the AFP have to get the permission of the presiding officers of both houses of Parliament. So that is the Speaker in the House of Representatives and the President of the Senate. Now, they need that permission before they can even enter the building and gain access to the Department of Parliamentary Services. A short time ago, the Communications Minister, Mitch Fifield, was here in the press gallery, and he was asked whether or not the government actually got any tip-off that this was happening, considering that those request procedures have to be followed through. Here's some of that exchange.
As I say, I'm not aware if there's any operational police activity that's occurring
today.
Is that
normal parliamentary practice?
But there are protocols in place which the presiding officers have jurisdiction
Therefore,
over.
wouldn't the government have been told by the Speaker or the President that they have had this request by the AFP for access to Parliament?
Look, as I say, I am unaware if the AFP is or isn't undertaking any operational activity today.
So that's Mitch Fifield. Now, Matthew, during those initial raids, Labor claimed parliamentary privilege on any documents seized. What are they saying today?
Well, they're saying that they will follow that exact protocol again. Stephen Conroy quite adamant in that, and saying that anything that is seized by the AFP today still falls within their parliamentary privilege claim. What happens is a politician can claim parliamentary privilege on any documents that they have that they may not have actually yet used in the Parliament, but intend to use, and that's the basis in which Labor claimed parliamentary privilege on the documents seized back in May. From there, these documents are sealed. They are taken to the Senate, where they are locked away, awaiting the Senate Parliamentary Privileges Committee to meet and actually rule on whether parliamentary privilege should apply to those documents. That is a process which we are still waiting for, because, of course, this first set of raids happened during the election campaign. There effectively was no Senate, no one to decide as to whether or not parliamentary privilege does indeed apply. But Senator Stephen Conroy telling the ABC this morning that they will follow the same policies and procedures, the same protocol there in claiming privilege today on anything that is seized from these parliamentary servers.
At Parliament House, Matthew Doran, thanks very much.